Today is the day. It is FOMC day. Today at 2 o'clock Eastern is when the rate decision will be released. And then at 2:30, Jay Powell will take the podium and unleash pandemonium on the market. Make sure that you're aware of this. Make sure that if you're doing any trading today, entering any positions today, that you look closely at the implied volatility, usually marked as IV on the options chain. If that thing is in the hundreds of percent, you might want to take pause and reconsider that decision, because come tomorrow, that implied volatility may drop dramatically, which will flatten out your options contracts and leave you crushed by the IV. So make sure you look at that before entering anything. Of course, nothing I say is financial advice or a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold any asset whatsoever. So what else is going on today? We have earnings. This is also adding to implied volatility. We have earnings today. We've got Microsoft, Meta, Tesla, all of them in the evening tonight. So that's after the rate decision. Okay. Huge deal. We also got IBM, which isn't really that big of a company these days. I mean, they're still pretty big, but I think they've got some interesting things brewing here that they haven't really told us about. Not necessarily right now with their current earnings, but sometime in the next year or two, I think IBM's going to have something interesting. I've been watching them. What else is going on today? T-Mobile reports. That's not super interesting. Anything else? LRCX, that's another semiconductor company. They are reporting this evening as well. Waste management, that's not really a big deal. NASDAQ already came in 1% above. That's pretty cool. MSCI already reported. They do ETFs and funds and stuff as well. They came in 5% up. So that's pretty cool. Financial tools have been really, really big lately. They've been doing very, very, very well. Is there anything else in here that's like really super interesting? VFC Corporation. I've heard of them before. They do like food or something. 82% beat. That's pretty insane. That's pretty great. I bet you they're having a nice little move on their stock today, unless guidance was bad. So let's see. Yeah, I like earnings. Earnings is great. So anyways, tonight we got Microsoft, Meta, Tesla. Make sure that you look at the implied volatility before making any decisions on options, shares. That doesn't matter. You can buy and sell shares without worrying about implied volatility in terms of like it crushing your position. If a share goes up, it goes up. It doesn't matter. Let's see. What's the expectation for the Fed today? The expectation is that there is a 1.6% chance that the Fed is going to cut anything today. So stock movement today at 2:30 Eastern is going to have nothing to do with the rate cut decision and everything to do with the positioning of the Fed. Are they going to come out and appear dovish or hawkish? That is all we are worried about. If they come out feeling hawkish, guess what? We're going to dive just like we did earlier in the week. If they come out feeling dovish and supportive of the market, well, you better believe we're going to start flying. And that's going to be quite interesting. I'm going to love that. So let's see what's going on here. We're going to look at Bitcoin first. Bitcoin, I've got so this is a 2-hour chart we're looking at right now. And there's actually a formation in here that I'm very, very interested in. I'm going to draw it right here on here. Let me see if I can do this without it looking terrible. Give me a doodle. Right there. Flat top triangle. That is a flat-topped ascending triangle there. I love those. Those tend to, not always, but tend to break to the upside. If this one were to break to the upside, well, let me get my ruler out. We would be looking at something like this. There it is. Okay. We'd be looking at something like this, potentially coming back right back up to the highs here around $109,000 off of this flat top triangle. You measure from the bottom of the triangle to the flat top, and then basically double that, and that's what you can expect out of a flat top triangle. 109,000. Now, I don't necessarily think this one will do that for us, and the reason why is because there is a lot of resistance right in here, but right up to about 105,000. So right in this little zone right there, there's a lot of resistance. I think we'll hit that and struggle a bit right there around 105,000. So I would not be surprised though to see this jump up to 105,000. Now I know that's only $3,000, but it's the further we get away from $100,000, the better. And this is on a 2-hour chart, so I don't dislike this. I don't dislike this at all. And if we go back to the daily, turn off some drawings because I have too many. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. We got that wick. As long as we hold up here in this area where we are above $100,000 and start to crawl up, this big wick that came in on Monday could send us right back up to the highs. And if we can hold above this double bottom the crux of this double bottom here, which is honestly at 102,500 about, which we are currently not above. But if we can get back above and hold above that, or as long as we're holding near that, this double bottom is still in play and could potentially send us higher. So we had the double bottom. Right now we're getting something of a flag, and if we can get honestly back up above the bodies of these candles on the left there, up above 106,300, well, then we'll be sitting pretty, and we could potentially look at that as a bull flag. And if we're looking at that as a bull flag, let me get my ruler out again. If we're looking at that as a potential bull flag, we'll go from the bodies. Oh, come on. There we go. Something like that. This one's a little more art and science, but we're going up here to about $117,000 if this ends up being a bull flag and plays out to the upside, and we can hold above that double bottom pattern there. Okay. What are we looking at for our miners today? So you can see this is the pre-market here over on the right-hand side here. CleanSpark up 0.3%. The warrant's up 6%, though, for CleanSpark. That's pretty exciting. Bit Digital down 0.3%. Bitfarms down 0.7%. Mara down 0.05%, right, flat. Iron down 1.79% today, flat for CoreZ, flat for Wolf. Down a tiny bit for Hut and Cypher. In the morning, Hive up 0.72%. MicroStrategy actually up a teeny tiny bit. There we go. So Luna down 1.43%. Can flat. Bitdeer basically flat. So that's pretty. The miners are basically looking flat today, even though Bitcoin's up a tiny bit. Okay, not too exciting. Ethereum's breaking out. Oh yes, this was something that was exciting. So if we go and we look at, so there was a company associated with the sitting president that has some crypto holdings, and we want to talk about that as well. I forgot about that. Let's talk about that. So this is World Liberty Financial Holdings. It's backed by Donald Trump, Eric Trump, Donald Trump Jr., and Barron Trump. So basically, the Trumps back this thing. Okay. This was updated 23 hours ago. This is a portfolio. So World Liberty Financial Holdings is, let's see here, they hold cryptos. All right. What cryptos do they hold? So this is on Drops tab, and they're tracking this portfolio. So you can see here, let's take a look. We've got Ethereum makes up 63% of their portfolio. One thing that does surprise me here is that I do not see Solana. I do not see Solana. That's a little troubling. I do see Tron, though, which is a chain well known for having a lot of shenanigans. That's one I'd probably personally I would stay away from. Link, I've heard a lot of good things about Link. Let's see, Aave. I'm not familiar with Aave. Athena. Ondo, I've heard a lot about Ondo. That's a new one, so it's unproven, so I don't really care about that. Wrapped Bitcoin. I don't really like wrapped anything, but wrapped Bitcoin, so technically some Bitcoin, which is actually one of their medium holdings. It's only making up 17% of the fund, while Ethereum's making up 63%. Do they know something for Ethereum? Move, never heard of Move. So why was this interesting to me? Mostly because this Ethereum holding here, 63%. And you know who owns a bunch of Ethereum that I talk about frequently? Well, that would just be good old Bit Digital here. They own a whole bunch of Ethereum. And you know what? They've been down in the dumps here for a while. We're actually sitting on a pretty wicked level of support here at about $3. The fact that we're under $3 right now is a little bit upsetting, to be honest. It's just been down, 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 down. That sucks. Here's a line that we need to watch. Oh yeah, this one also had a flat top triangle that it just failed out of miserably. Look at that. That's sadness. Oh well, it happens. Technicals aren't right all the time. We got this line right here. This is the line I want to see. When Bit Digital breaks this line, we're going all the way back up. Anyways, Bit Digital owns a whole bunch of Ethereum. World Liberty Financial, backed by the Trumps, also has a majority in Ethereum. Do they know something? Is something in the pipeline here for Ethereum? Is it going to be included potentially in that crypto reserve that they've been talking about? It sounds like it's not going to be entirely just Bitcoin, which I think is a mistake personally. Bitcoin floats all boats, not any other crypto does that. So the fact that it's not just Bitcoin is a problem. There's also issues with each one of these other cryptos having like foundations and potential lobbying, whereas Bitcoin is a more decentralized asset than the majority of other cryptos. So having it be more than just Bitcoin is kind of a problem in my eyes. But this is a company they back. Okay, they own 63% Ethereum, $243 million worth. Right, that's pretty cool. They got 78,000 ETH. Bit Digital has something like 30,000 ETH. Now, if ETH is going to take off, Bit Digital is going to have a good experience off of that, especially if Bitcoin goes up, Ethereum goes up. It turns out that DeepSeek is not as shiny and novel as everyone thought. BitDigital is going to be having a good time. Now, I'm not saying that the DeepSeek isn't as shiny as everyone thinks, but there's a chance it couldn't be. And if it's not, BitDigital is going to benefit from that, and Iron's going to benefit from that. Corsi is going to benefit from that. Many of these other Bitcoin miners that have dabbled in AI are going to benefit from that if that happens. Anyways, so FOMC day today. Be careful, everyone. Watch the implied volatilities on any option contracts that you are thinking about entering, especially if those contracts are with Microsoft, Meta, Tesla, or Tesla today. Okay. Because those are the big boys reporting today, so their IVs should be elevated today, meaning even if the price of the stock goes up or down dramatically, tomorrow when that IV is lower than it is today, and usually by a significant amount, it won't matter that the price moved. The contracts will be worth less or the same compared to today, or the move will be significantly diminished in terms of its value by tomorrow. So be aware of that. Watch it close. Take care today. It's going to be a wild one, I think. And with that said, please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Check out the Trade Cave store, link in the description, as well as the channel bio, and have a profitable day.